Hey friends, how are we? How are you doing? I hope that you are thriving and vibing. Apologies for being away. My bad. But we're here now. And that's all that really matters, isn't it? Let's see what your guides want to bring to the focus today. Let's see what's going on. I pulled out 2 tarot decks, which I don't usually do. I usually use 1 deck at a time, but today we're using 2. So I have a feeling we're going to need to get into something else with that second deck. It's ominous. But you, my girl, babe, you look like you're doing well. You look like you're doing really, really good. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, Page of Swords. Looks like you are in your era of like, I'm just going to say the damn thing. I'm going to say the damn thing. I'm going to do the damn thing. I'm here and I understand that I am just at the beginning. Which is wild. For you to be, the standard Empress energy. I know a lot of y'all are my Empress energies. But you are kind of this like forever student. And it's like, you're ready to learn. Big themes of like, there's always something to learn. I'm always going to be a student of life. Let's have a look firstly at this Page of Cups, 10 of Cups energy. It just looks like you are offering your whole heart to people and you are getting it back in return. And you know what? I love that. I love that you are filling your cup, presenting it to be seen, to be exchanged with others, and it's coming back to you tenfold. I really feel like you are receiving an exchange. And I feel like that's been a big theme is like, for y'all over the last few months is an unfair energetic exchange. Like you haven't always been pouring energy into those who would reciprocate. And I feel like you are getting that back tenfold, not just from the people around you, but also from the universe a little bit. You're getting some good fortune, some good luck, some good divine assistance coming at you recently. And I literally love that for you. Let's see what else your guides want you to know about this particular energy. Okay. What? A lot of swords just came up. Okay. It's all very well and good. That you're like, I'm good and everyone around me is treating me good and everything's coming up Millhouse essentially. Okay, I just showed my age with that. But it looks like there is still some lingering stress, some lingering burdens, and definitely some lingering feelings of heaviness that are still around. We have the 9 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. And then we had King of Swords, everything is fine, 10 of Swords. These 2 10 of Swords came out one after the other. Girl. And then Page of Pentacles. I can see that you know that things are good. But there is still remnants of past chapters of your life that, are lingering. You're still having to tie up loose ends. You're still having to feel and also express the more difficult emotions, the ones that aren't bright, bubbly, and happy, the ones that manifest as anger and resentment. I'm feeling for a lot of you, there might have been a lot of unexpressed anger that is really also just like sadness at yourself, sadness in relation to other people. A lot of sadness around the way that you probably either expressed yourself or gave yourself to other people, and it wasn't a reciprocal exchange, or it wasn't, accepted. And there can be a lot of unresolved feelings around the people that you're trying to give to, or unresolved feelings that you have towards yourself, or why you would continue to give and give and give and give, that you are still kind of processing. And I can see that. I can see that you are like, oh my gosh, I gave so much. Okay, it's time for me to hold this to myself. Okay, I feel good holding this to myself. Okay, I feel more in control. And then just as you start to be like, okay, I've resolved it, I feel like that isn't undone. It isn't that you become unresolved. It's that you resolved that particular feeling with that particular person and in that particular incident. But there is more. There is more anger. There are more iterations of you from your past that feel like they have been hard done by, that they have been abandoned, that they're feeling injustice. So they got to come to the front and they got to have a chat and they got to be like, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm hurt. So there is a fluctuating energy still kind of going on. So I feel like, yes, you're doing good. You're doing really, really, really good. I don't want to like take away from that. And I feel like you shouldn't be taking away from that either, is what your guides are saying. It's like, don't take away from actually how good things are. That's not like pretend. That's not some like fake veneer that you've put over your life. You are genuinely doing well. But you can have a beautiful life and have a pathway forward and motivation for that path forward that feels really good. And things can be coming into alignment. And you can still sometimes feel remnants of sadness and unprocessed emotions, unexpressed feelings. Those things can exist at the same time. And it's just important to let that ebb and flow happen. We have the Page of Pentacles here. I want to get more on her. Universe, please give me some more insight and information. It feels like you are, despite it all, and not even just despite, because of everything you're having to process through, you are actually able to focus on yourself so much more. Page of Wands came up. Yeah, the focus on you is insane right now. The focus on you, your craft. I feel like you're setting new goals. I feel like you are inhabiting a version of yourself that you have wanted to bring to the surface for a long time. And bringing that version of you to the surface, like there's a lot of other versions of you that need to be integrated back in as well. So it's like there's this super wise, super motivated, super confident version of you that's like underneath, like ready to come through, and you're ready to let them through. But on top of that are all these versions of you that feel injustice, or they feel resentment, they feel anger, they have all of this unprocessed, unexpressed emotion. And the only way to get to the version of you that's down here, that's like super wise and confident and motivated, the only way to get to them is by releasing everything else on top. Because the version of you that exists, that is super confident, they are fully integrated. And the reason why they are why they are the way they are is because you have integrated all of these different things. You have integrated your anger. You have voiced and expressed any injustice or any resentment. And it doesn't, like, you can say it to people if you want to. Look, I'm all about say what you need to say to people. Not with like spite. Like if you feel like you have a truth that needs to be heard, say that with the respect that the person deserves. If you feel like it would do you well to say that. Otherwise, if you're like, no, I'm not going to give them any more of my time, that's truth, then you can scream that with your windows down from your car. Like, whatever it is that you need to say, you can say it and you can let that be expressed. Is actually so important, but also so cathartic to give a voice to even the thoughts that you think are like illogical. And sometimes we don't approve of an emotion, so we don't give a voice to some of the things that that emotion wants to say. And we end up holding on to it. So like even you just shouting out into the nothingness in front of you, hey, that was so unfair. I gave and I gave and I gave, and they gave literally nothing back. And then this is how they treat me now. I can't believe that would happen. Like, it's so disrespectful. Like, I don't know what the context is, and that might be out of line, but you can come to that conclusion after you've let that version of you that feels the injustice, that feels the anger, let them just express it. And they'll probably be like, okay, all right, I've said my piece, and I realized that maybe as I say it out loud, it's maybe not as bad as I thought it would be. But you wouldn't get there until you just say it. And that doesn't need to be targeted at someone unless you really feel like speaking your truth is the most healing thing for a part of yourself that's been abandoned. And sometimes that's the case. But if you want to get to that super awesome, super amazing version of you that's sitting underneath, you gotta work through all those other versions of you. Okay, it's like there are all these angry, upset, and hurt iterations of you that are like hiding and protecting the most pure version of you because they are hurt and they're angry and protective. That's why we need to let all of their emotions be expressed, because then every part of you knows that you are going to give a voice to yourself, to give space to yourself, allow yourself, every version of yourself, to take up space. And you're not like censoring yourself. And that is the only way they're going to let you bring this like super pure version of you to the front. You can't censor. I want to say her. I feel like we've got a lot of feminines in the collective. You can't censor her. Them. You cannot censor them, your most divine self. So if you're in the practice of doing that, they're not going to let you have them. They're not going to let you bring them to the front. They're going to keep hiding. Wow, y'all, that's wild. Let's look at the Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords. Universe, please, insight and information. What's going on with the Page of Swords? Oh my gosh. The Hierophant, the World, Temperance. Yes, I feel like you're hearing this. I feel like you are hearing this message and you're like, all right, bet. Because that's what's going on here. I feel like with this Page of Swords, you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to see the truest, most divine light version of myself come to the surface. I am going to give space to the thoughts and the emotions that I would not usually give space to, the ones that I would censor, the ones that I would try and disown or suppress or disengage from. And we have Hierophant, the World, and Temperance. It is such a cleansing thing. This is exactly what is going to bring all of this to the surface. Amazing, wise leader cleansing a positive and constructive and productive ego death, and a sense of wholeness and unity within yourself. Oh, love that. Okay. All right. Let's see what this other tarot deck has to give to us. I don't know why I'm scared. I don't know why I'm like, maybe it's because in the readings that we've been doing, there's been like other people jumping in, but whatever happens, it's what the universe and your guides would like you to be aware of. And that's all that matters. And I know that the universe, your guides, are going to make sure that whatever comes through is for your highest good. And it's necessary information that they would like for you to know. So let's pull some cards on that. We have the Eight of Cups and we have Injustice. We have Justice in reverse. definitely walking away from some kind of situations and looking back and being like, you know what? I can leave with a calm and peaceful heart, but I can also know that things were unfair. Let's have a look at the things that you walked away from. Universe, please, insight and information. Six of Swords. Like, yeah, this is you moving on. And intuitively, High Priestess, we know that this is like the best possible path for you. I even feel like you moving away from these people, from these places, it actually has brought you much deeper connection with yourself. Let's have a look at the Justice in reverse. Oh my goodness. We have the Two of Swords in reverse, Nine of Coins in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. It feels like whatever space that you moved away from, it was like there was such a... It was really stagnant, really, really, really stagnant. It put so many limitations on you. And it put you in a place where you couldn't even, you couldn't even have the mental and emotional space to fully comprehend what you were sacrificing, what you were giving up, what limitations were being put upon you, or that you found yourself having to press up against. Yeah, it's like there were all of these boundaries, all of these obstacles that were like walls. Like it wasn't just like a hurdle. Like it was like things just cutting off your paths, but you like almost couldn't acknowledge it, and you couldn't even mourn it. And I feel like you're at the point now where those obstacles have cleared after some time, and you're like now feeling the anger about maybe you had all of these things come up in your path and you helped other people overcome their obstacles, but they didn't help you in return. I feel it. I feel that. I feel it in my gut that unfair, unjust, like truly fucking sad. I don't think I'm supposed to be swearing. Anyways, let's see what else your guides want to pull up on any of... We have the Chariot in reverse. Can I get some more insight and information on that, please? Ten of Cups. Seven of Coins. Judgment. Six of Wands. Okay. I feel like there was definitely a... Okay, so one thing being like there's a stagnancy that maybe gave you happiness, joy, but it wasn't like fulfillment. And things couldn't move forward. But with your own judgment, but as well as like the choices of the people around you as well, it seems like you're able to make a way forward. The Hierophant keeps coming up as well, yeah. You definitely have guides and the universe trying to shape your path to align more with you, which is really comforting. Okay, guys, did we just get through it without any weird lingering energies? Obsessed. I love that. Love that for you. Love that for me. Maybe you guys like it when the lingering energies come up, and you know what? Look, if they come up, they come up, but I think this reading, I am glad that it was just about you. About you, your relationship to yourself, relationship to your guides, and a little bit of practical advice on how to connect to yourself, integrate all these parts of yourself so that you can be aligning, truly aligning and evolving. Let's get some oracles. One. Maybe I shouldn't do that. 2, we have your energy is valuable, protect it well. The protectress, did I not just say that there's parts of you that are like so protective? Strength, boundaries, amulet. Your energy is valuable, especially that most divine, most confident, most wise teacher, student, constantly evolving, alchemizing phoenix part of you. They are so valuable. They are valuable to you. They're valuable to the world. That is why there's so many parts of you that have been censored by you that are like, oh, no, you don't get to hang out with our girl. We're not sending our girl into the world for you to like censor them and not protect them and not stand behind them. So what do you need to do? You need to go around to all of those ugly emotions and give them a place to exist. Give them time. Give them validation, even if it is an overreaction, even if it is, not correct. You can still validate an emotion and validate a part of yourself. And you should validate that part of yourself. You don't have to tell them that they're right, but you can say, hey, considering where you were at the time, the information that you had and the way this all went down, it's totally fair that, you saw it like that, or that you felt it that way, and that you wanted to react like that. And I'm proud of you for not reacting like that, but I understand the instinct. I understand the urge to react like that. Or even like, yeah, maybe that's not what they meant, but considering everything you've been through in your life, I can see how you were triggered by that. I can see how something like that would make you really, really upset. Isn't it unfair that throughout your life or throughout your childhood, this happened to you? And isn't it unfair that it came up and got triggered in this situation? And then it made you act not ideally in that situation. That sucks. Again, we're not saying to yourself that the emotion is correct or right, but we are validating where it came from. And that's important because that's all your inner self wants, is to feel like, no, this came from somewhere. I'm not crazy. I'm not out of line. I have a history. I have emotions and feelings. I have a whole experience that I would like to be acknowledged and integrated into this. And when you don't do that, there's this part of yourself that just feels so discarded. And you have enough discarded versions of yourself, they're not going to want you to have the most beautiful, bright version. What are you going to do? You're going to discard them? They don't trust you with the most beautiful part of yourself. Ooh. So what are you going to do? You're going to teach every part of you that they can trust you. Validate them, love them, bring them in. Give them space to express what they need to express. And you'll see how quickly all of those instincts just disappear and integrate and reshape into an extremely confident, extremely wise version of you. Warrior woman, so many swords, y'all. Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you? Have you, boo? Have you? What's calling you? What is calling you? You know what I am so about? I am so about just doing what is calling to you. I was actually... I laugh because like I was clubbing, y'all. This is why I've been away. Look, I'm a millennial. I get hungover for like 3 days. So like, I'm not about to jump on here and try and give you a reading, try and channel messages for you. Cause she's going out. And I love a smokers section, drunk convo with people and just like listening in. And there was this one conversation with friends of mine. And one of the girls was just saying to the guy, you should just tell her how you feel. Tell her how you feel. You should just like, and then she was like, what do you think? And I was like, yes. Just shoot your shot. I am a huge fan of just shooting your shot. Just say the thing that you want to say. is there something that's calling out to you? Is there something that you want to say? Is there a place you want to go? Is there a person that you want to be? Is there something that you want to do? But for some reason, just like with all these other parts of yourself that you're censoring that. You know what the best way is to overcome that? It's by stopping the censoring. And again, it doesn't need to be in front of people. If there is something angry that you want to shout at the ocean or out your car window, shout it. You'll start to feel the change. You'll start to feel how the censoring, it's going to stop. You'll start to let all that through. And if you do have some calling that's hidden deep underneath, then that will find its way to the surface as well. I'm so glad I've been back here. I knew it would be such a vibey, good little time when I did come back here. Just been busy. Busy with work, busy with their business, busy with life. Out here living, okay? Because I'm single now, and single dance is just chaos. Absolute chaos. Because I do exactly that. I just go do things I want to do. And I've like forgotten that part of myself. And it's so nice to have her back. And I'm a big advocate for just going, doing, saying, being all the things. Whatever is calling to you. Anyways, thank you for letting me tap into your energy. As always, such a good time. Love you lots. I will see you in the next reading.